We finally get the debut of Kozuki Oden and the history of Wano. What's up, YouTubers of the world? MegaGeekMixer here to give you guys my review on Chapter 960 of One Piece. And yes, guys, I haven't done a review on the last few chapters. That's because things were changing in my life, and I had to focus on that stuff. But I'm finally back now, and I can finally give you guys my thoughts on a few things that happened with the last few chapters. And then we'll go ahead and move on into the current chapter that came out this past Friday. So, first off, let's go back into the recap chapters, starting off with chapter 958, and there wasn't really much to that one per se, at least now where we are now. But when it came to learning about that the fire festival was starting, and then all the red scrappers or retainers of Oden who had shown up at the meeting point were the only ones there. It seemed like they were abandoned, but I knew for a fact one thing was for certain: they weren't abandoned. I was thinking they were being attacked and all that, but it turns out not necessarily. They were attacked per se, just not in the way some of us were thinking. If it had gone down that way, though, one could have only wondered what would have happened if they were all attacked and they were all defeated. Not dead, but just defeated. But all Orochi did was something I can't really say I was surprised about, considering his cowardness and everything. That really looked like something that Orochi would pull. Destroy all the bridges that connect Wano, that connect Wano Arc. I mean, the Wano country, because each of them had different islands and had different seasons that would change just like that. And by all means, I was just like, yeah, of course you'll do that, Orochi, because of the coward you are. But in the process, at least it also gave us some info in on Sunny, because I'm not going to deny, I had been wondering where the Sunny was, but it turns out like the Beast Pirates have found Sunny, and it's unknown right now if the Sunny's been destroyed. And I'm sure it hasn't been completely destroyed. I'm sure it's still like, what's the best way to put it? Let's just say not fully damaged, like completely destroyed. It's been damaged badly, but it's still intact. And no doubt when Frankie finds this out, he's gonna be pissed as hell. Because yeah, that's the ship that ship's part of his dream, to make it to the end of the sea. So yes, I could bet he would be super mad about that. But also, Luffy, Brook, and Chopper ended up getting some sick armor. Oh, I was wondering if that was gonna happen. Too bad Zoro's not gonna wear one, but at the same time, I get you, Zoro. It would slow you down and everything. Oh, and speaking of Zoro, we finally get to see his expression as Sanji finally threw it in his face about him now having a bounty that's just 10 million berries higher than his. Well, how does Zoro respond? Using the Inimon sword and just nearly slicing that, and not nearly, he did slice a cliff out. No surprise there. But still, I know we've all seen Luffy in samurai armor before, thanks to the One Piece Pirate Warriors series games. But finally to see him in the manga with samurai armor looks super sweet, and I love it. But what else? But also, we finally see how he's still concerned about Jinbei and wondering if Big Mom's here, what happened to Jinbei? But hey, Jinbei is still alive, without a doubt. He's not going to just be a part of the crew in Whole Cake Island and then just be destroyed off like that. No way. Forget it. Not going to happen. So definitely we will see Jinbei in the future, but there's so many other people here we're going to be seeing as this war continues to get closer to closer and to the starting point. But then the big surprise came in last week's chapter when it skipped 41 years. It said 39 years, but they said that was an error. It meant 41 years ago into Wano's history. And this is where now I'm going into the current chapter 960 of Wano. And boy, did we finally get to meet Kozuki Oden. And yeah, definitely looking at him, you can tell he's a tough guy. And pretty much his reputation precedes him by his appearance, because man, that kid and his reputation, But at the same time, they did say he was a violent kid, but they sure weren't joking. I mean, all the stuff he did at those ages were insane. I think, if I'm not mistaken, before he was one year old, his father said that he was able to throw nurses across another room. Yikes! A kid was able to do that? Not even Ace could probably have done something like that. Or could he? I don't know. But I definitely know Odin. Yikes. But there were also so many the things that he said that I can't say them. I only made a list of a few of the big ones, such as he was age 8 and he brawled with gamblers and he come out victorious, but he caused so much trouble that he was kicked out of gambling. And then at age 10, he starts a war with the because of being thrown out and stuff. He comes back and just destroys the Yakuza's gambling places and gets arrested for it. At the age of 10, you're arrested, man? Whoa, come on, Odin. How freakishly crazy are you? And then finally, this interesting one here was when he got out of prison. He caused a war called the Harem War. And the Harem War is basically because of him, the stories went out saying that he stole women and took them with him somewhere, but in actuality, they all just went with him because despite how violent and nuts he was, women just admired how unbashful and brave and confident and strong he was. It's almost like they would just fall in love with him instantly. But at the same time, you at least understand why he's like this, because you just don't like how Wano's such a closed-bordered place. And I definitely don't blame him. But I will say this, Wano was definitely very beautiful back in those times. You look at all the animals and the forest and the water, and everything just looked so filled with life compared to what Orochi has done in the present timeline. That can only make you wonder how Wano will be like when this is all over. I don't know how it'll be, but it'll definitely be something interesting to see, and I can't wait to see it, exactly how they repair the damage that Orochi and Kaido have done. And even though we don't really see still much of his father just yet, we'll no doubt see more of his father here soon. Kozuki Oden's father here, but from what is showing right now, it shows that I think that even though he's embarrassed and disappointed that his son continues to be so violent and so reckless and stuff, I think somewhere in him he's very proud of his warrior spirit, even if it is more wild than he was expecting. At least that's what I want to believe. But dang, still, this Oden guy is definitely someone who belonged in Roger's era. Because let's face it, guys, after all the reputation and things we have heard about during Roger's time or before Roger's time, those powers that were alive back in those days make pretty much Luffy's era and all the other pirates that live in this new current era, that the power there pales in comparison to the power of the previous generation. No doubt about it. But still, like, other things that go on in Wano were, for one, Osaru and Kinemon, who are now husband and wife. In the past, they were childhood friends, and Kinemon was pretty much just a bandit, was just a lowly thief going around stealing from everybody. Of course, Kinemon would go and steal money from Osaru, but of course Osaru was seeing through him all the time, and she was getting tired of him just stealing all over the place. But she got so tired of it, she even told him that since you continue to steal and make me have less money, I'm gonna take all your clothes and everything. She was so funny. This makes me want to wonder how but then again, I scratch that. Osaru has been showing what she can do in the present, because right now with Hold'em, that guy with the lion belt and everything, right now she's trying to stall him so he doesn't find out about the rebels. I don't know how well she's gonna hold that guy off, but we'll see and everything. And speaking of like Kinemon, it's here we also meet another one of the retainers, and it's the one we haven't seen yet in the present. So we meet him here in the past, Dinjiro. So Dinjiro was a pretty con person himself, stealing things to make money off of it and conning people. Like he gives them money, but he rips them off and doesn't give them as much. But then this is where things got interesting at the end of the chapter. So it turns out some people had kidnapped a white boar, and then Kinemon ended up taking all the white boar along with their clothes as well, because those guys were at Osaru's place and getting some food, and then they tried to leave, but Kinemon comes in, having heard how that white boar is so rare that you can get one platinum coin off of it, and that one platinum coin allows you to make your own house. Well, that's enough for Kinemon to be interested. But then this is where we found out some nasty stuff here. So first off, there's a little bit of a gang war going on between the Yakuza and the Hayagoro clan. And you guys remember Hayagoro? It's been so while since I remember seeing that guy. I forgot how to pronounce his name, but Hayagoro. I'm gonna just say that. I'm sorry if I'm butchering it. I'm just saying that. But either way, they've been at war, and it turns out that the Korogoma clan were trying to find this white boar, and actually Kinemon was trying to sell this white boar to him so he could get money, but it turns out this white boar is actually the offspring of a god of the mountain, a giant boar that is able to destroy an entire village. So it's pretty clear that in next chapter it's going to show us here how Oden becomes such a beast, because it looks like he's going to challenge the god of the mountain, and we'll see just how strong he is. But I'm definitely wondering, with this entire flashback going forward and everything, are we going to even see some of his times with the Whitebeard pirates and the Roger pirates? Because it's obviously clear, one thing's for certain, we're going to see how he lost all that power, and we're gonna meet his wife and the kids, that being Momonosuke and Hiyori when they were kids, and how they all lost their powers, along with all the red retainers and everything. One can only wonder how like what's the best way to put it? I guess you could say now he was Now, in the end, as we know, Oden becomes Shogun because he wants to open the borders. And I think he did for a time, but then Orochi and Kaido had ended up taking the power and closed the borders off. So this is going to make me wonder, what was the history like for Wano when he became Shogun and when he had opened up the borders? Oh, I can't wait to see it. This will be interesting indeed. But definitely, guys, this is all great stuff to finally get. For one, the history of Wano, we need to really have that before we go into the big battle, because Oden has specifically said before that it's going to be bigger than Marineford arc. So yes, get the flashback out of the way real quick and then get to the final battle, because it's definitely going to be something to see. But definitely, of course, the history is something I'm really ready to see, and no doubt I'm gonna leave it hating Orochi even more now than I already do, because trust me, anytime I look at that Orochi and his stupid face, I just want to wish I could just punch him so hard, because I'm like Sanji and Zoro when they found out about what he did to the citizens. I just have intense hatred for that guy. But that is all for today, guys. And hey, again, I do apologize that I haven't been coming out with my videos lately. But hey, stuff that happens. Let's all admit, we've all got a life out here outside of YouTube. But I definitely am glad to be back and being back on track with everything. I didn't miss too much, or well, at least not too much, but still not. Forget it. You guys know what I'm saying. And in any case, if you enjoy my videos, all you gotta do is click that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon to be notified when I make more videos. And until then, MegaGeekMixer signing out. Bye!